Hey there, friends and foes. This is Johnny with Back of the Cereal Box, a pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturday experience of our youth. But we can't think of a better way to start your week than checking out Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. It is the best way to start your week. We absolutely love it and never miss it. Thanks, Chris and Amanda, for all you do. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the Back of the Cereal Box. I'm Johnny. I'm done. Ta-da!
Chris and Amanda always online. Grab your headphones, let's review time. Music's the love and it's divine. Laughs and insights mixed like wine. Every strong and every beat. They analyze, they can't be beat. Tune in on the socials neat. Join the fun and take your seat. If music's your thing, come along. Hear Amanda sing her song. Chris brings the notes all day long. Together they make us strong.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. How are you, everybody? Happy Monday to all of you. Welcome all our Radio Garden State listeners over on RadioGardenState.com, Odyssey, your TuneIn app. Good morning to our folks on YouTube and Facebook, and good morning to all our future listeners anywhere you get podcasts, because that's where you can listen to all episodes of the show anytime you want. That's right. And I am joined by that girl.
That's me.
Amanda Sharp. How are you?
Good morning. Doing good. So happy to be here. I think it's going to be a great week. How are you, Chris Baglio?
I am doing really well this morning. I am very excited about today's topic, our theme for today. And I think this was a super incredibly difficult show to put together on my side, because my playlist was about 100 songs deep, and it was just unbelievable. I mean, it literally was like at the end, it was like throwing darts. Like, you know what? Any of these songs are good. I got to get you 3 songs over before the weekend is over. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I did. But I'm happy with what I selected, because I feel like they're all really good songs. Mm-hmm. And I am pumped. I am super pumped. So, Amanda, how about you?
So this is the thing. So just for those listening, our theme this week is, what do you call it? Road trips. Like, what's that thing you're doing?
Road trip songs.
Road trip songs, which incidentally, last week's songs were about cars. So we're kind of in that same theme, but we're doing road trip songs. And after I've been listening to our playlist several times, because we do listen to things several times, internet.
We do, internet.
We do. I feel like our list this week, our playlist for our listeners, might kind of indicate our age a little bit.
I definitely think it does, but I don't care, because it's what we grew up with. And what I'm gonna make a quick statement is that these songs are very timeless. And I noticed that too, that a lot of the picks that I definitely went to when we're talking about road trip songs, right? These are the songs that, whether they're about being on the road, leaving, going on a trip, whatever, or they're just the songs that just like you throw on and like, boom, you ultimately feel like you're just cruising, driving, going to wherever you're going. They are the perfect song that goes on that road trip playlist. That's what today is all about. And yes, I say that a lot of those tunes, and this isn't the cut on anything new, it's just my preference. I feel a lot of the stuff from the 70s and early 80s works really good. Really well, especially that 70s stuff. And I think about like soundtracks like the Dazed and Confused soundtrack is awesome. Not to say anything. Oh my gosh.
See, our both of our look, our age is showing.
Oh my god. It's the movie that came out with the about the band, and they're on tour, and he's a journalist. So it was a Cameron Crowe. Almost Famous. Thank you. That Almost Famous soundtrack is an awesome road trip playlist. So I don't know, man. There's something about that 70s, those 70s classic rock, dad rock tunes.
Well, and let's be real. When we were going on our road trips, especially when CDs and tapes were in the picture and not just radio,
Yeah.
you would put in an artist, listen, change the CD. So a lot of times it was, an hour or so of the same person. So
Right.
I feel like, again, our list kind of portrays that. But also, I think there's two different types of road trips. There is the road trip that you're like, I've got 12 hours in this car and it's going to be miserable. And I'm going to I need to be pumped up. I need to stay awake. I want to get to the destination. The road trip itself is not part of the enjoyable time off.
Right.
And then there's the road trip that you're moseying along. You're making the stops. You're going pee as often as you want to. You see something cool, you stop because you got maybe a 2-weeker ahead of you. So I feel like this week's playlist is really good for the second type of road trip that we're in no hurry. Let's just enjoy this time in the car.
Let's just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah. So
that's right.
I think these songs are enjoyable. Chris, spoiler alert, I enjoyed all your songs you sent to me today.
Yeah, I enjoyed all your songs too. And I think that with this, like we were just talking about, this particular playlist is really about it's you in the car, maybe alone, maybe you're with friends, maybe it's just your significant other. And those are the vibe songs, the songs that you can maybe sing along together, even if you just know one or two words, it doesn't matter. It just makes the ride so much more enjoyable. And and that's what today is all about, celebrating those songs. So listen, we want to hear from you. All of you out there, whether you are listening now live or you're listening, like I said, in the future, wherever you get podcasts, let us know. We want to hear from you. What songs make your top playlist for road trip songs? What songs are your go-tos? What's on your playlist? What are you putting on those long trips, those short trips? We want to know from you. We don't care genres, whatever you want, whatever it is, we want to hear from you. So throw it on into the comments over on YouTube, over on Spotify, over on Facebook, wherever you are listening to, wherever you get podcasts or any way you're consuming your media, let us know. And while you're at it, though, too, hit the follow button. So that way, if you're on any podcast platforms, you get served this show each and every week, every time we upload it. And also over on YouTube, so that way you get notified when we go live, when we drop highlights, clips from the show, all that stuff. Hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified whenever we do all those things. And I normally do at the top, how the show normally works. So we're a little delayed in that. But if this is your first time checking out Song Swap Showdown, well, how the show normally works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other when I don't lose my voice. And we rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a skip. That's a skip. That is, the song comes on and ruins your road trip playlist, and it's an immediate skip.
Yeah.
Maybe to the chagrin of others in the car, because they're like, I like that song. And it's like, I'm the driver, I'm the DJ, I control the radio. Now, you can be democratic, but I'm not always so democratic. I usually will allow 1 or 2 songs, and that's the limit. It's an authoritarian rule in my car.
Gotcha.
It's a dictatorship. All the way up to 5 records, though, Amanda. So 5 records is what we consider to be heavenly music to our ears, going on our eternity playlist, songs we will never get sick of hearing, no matter how long we hear them. We could be on the endless road, and that song could play forever and ever, and man, we will just love it forever and ever. It could be stuck in the tape deck and just constantly flipping, or it's the one CD that you just have in the car, and that's it. No radio station works. It's that song. It's that kind of song.
Yeah, because there's areas radio stations don't really work.
Yeah, they don't. There's dead zones.
Yeah, you got to find all the new stations when you enter a new spot. So Spotify has made it really nice to be able to pre-plan your road trip songs, so you know exactly what you're going to listen to, or use one of their curated ones for you, which are pretty spot on typically for me. Yeah,
we are very spoiled because back in the day, and we talk about this all the time on the shows, for all the old timers that listen to us and all the youngins right now, they're tuning out because they're like, well, you guys reminiscing. If you knew you were going on a road trip, back in the day, you made a road trip cassette or cassettes loaded with road trip songs. I made plenty of those. Any of those road trips, man, you had road trips. You got you named it. All kinds of great stuff. And it was always important what kicked off and what ended side A and then side B on the cassette. What started and ended. It was very important because it set the tone. You set the tone. And same thing then for mixed CDs, because then you start doing mixed CDs. A little bit easier to skip around on a mixed CD, but the tape was like, I don't want to be fast forwarding and screwing around with the tape. Like I just want it to play. Like very important stuff here, guys. Now Spotify's like that whatever you want, it's all there.
It's all there.
Spoiled.
So I just, as you were talking, remembered. So input memory. This was before Mark and I were even married.
That's the memory.
Is the memory complete? No,
memory unlocked.
So Marcus and I, this was before we were married, and you can't imagine I would have did something to annoy him so much.
Oh no, not at all.
Never,
not you.
right?
Never.
No. But when you're in a car with somebody on a road trip for hours, sometimes you get on each other's nerves. Let's be real, especially if Amanda's in the car.
It happens.
I say I never will forget. Yet I totally did until just now. I was driving him crazy, probably because I was making him listen to one of my CDs over and over and over. He rolled down the window, ejected the CD, and threw it out the window.
Was that the Carpenter CD?
I don't think he would have did
Merry
that one.
Christmas, darling. As much as I love the Carpenters, I couldn't listen to the Carpenters Christmas while road driving.
So somewhere in northern Michigan, there was a CD just rolling down the road.
Might still be there, guys.
Might still be there.
Get a piece of Amanda history right now. Just scour the like the internet sleuths. Let's get the internet sleuthing to find the evidence of Amanda's long lost CD.
23. Just go 23.
What CD was it though? I'm like,
know.
oh my God. I'm like, is it like Wilson Phillips? Because that's a great record.
Definitely wouldn't have been, because it wouldn't have been one of my classics. I need to go see like what case is empty.
Yeah.
It would have been like 99, 2000-ish. Like, so something that would have been popular during that time. So yes, I can never imagine I got on Marcus's nerves enough to have had that happen. But out that CD went out that window, and here we are talking about it 20-something years later.
Here we are 20 years later talking about the long lost CD sitting somewhere on the highway in Michigan.
Road trips can be hard. They're not always enjoyable.
They are not. They are not. They are not always the most enjoyable things. Which is why you need a key soundtrack to help keep the mood going.
And agreed too.
And I know a lot of people listen to podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts now too, which actually passes the time really well. But sometimes, you get tired of the talking, and I need to hear some tunes, and and back in the day, it was literally talk radio or music, and that was it. Now now it's everything. Anyway, enough old people here reminiscing about back in my day.
Take us back.
Yeah. So guys, as we play along here today, play along with us here. What would you think of these songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records as we go? We want to hear from you. Leave it in the comments below, either past, present, or in the future.
There we go.
Future listeners. Real quick, want to check in with our good friend Dave Manning. He's saying, good morning, Diddy drivers.
Ooh,
love it.
Yes.
He's got an early appointment today, so we won't be able to join all day today, but he already threw in some ratings for some tunes, and of course made his picks as well for us. So we will go through those a little bit later in the show, because we all love Dave's picks, man. Dave has always got some great picks. Always discovering new music through Dave Manning. Such a great music fan. So
very
all right, let's kick this road trip off. Let's get into our cars. Let's pop in our cassettes, our mix cassettes.
Yeah.
Our mix CDs.
Our mix
and let's kick it off. I want to start with your first song, if that's
I was hoping you would. So
if that's
perfect.
Okay. Because your first song to me is a classic in every sense, and they may not be a classic for everybody, but I think we've covered this song before in the past. But I love this song because for me, growing up, Smokey and the Bandit was everything. I remember being a kid in the 80s, watching Smokey and the Bandit on early HBO, and it just was awesome. I mean, because Burt Reynolds at that time was quite possibly the biggest and coolest movie star in the world in the 80s there. But what an all-star lineup in this film. Jackie Gleason's in it. You had not Holly Hunter.
Sally Fields.
Thank you, Sally Fields. I'm like thinking Holly Hunter all of a sudden just came into my mind, and I'm like,
we're
I know it wasn't Holly
today.
Hunter. Man, we are old as hell today. But this song is just great, and you can't not think about it without Smokey and the Bandit. And it's called Eastbound and Down, for those of you that don't know. And it's written by the one and only Jerry Reed and Dina K. Rose. And this was originally recorded for the soundtrack film Smokey and the Bandit. And of course, Jerry Reed in Smokey and the Bandit playing Snowman. And I gotta tell you, everything about that film, the CBs, like as a kid, you wanted a CB radio, and it was just everything, Trans Am, the whole thing. And if you guys have never seen Smokey and the Bandit, maybe some of our younger listeners have never seen Smokey and the Bandit.
True.
Now, it is very, very 80s. Early 80s, and is very much a product of the time, and the plot may be very lost on our young listeners because it's not a thing at all anymore, the plot line of this film.
True.
But back in the day, which is weird to say, but back in the day, there were places you could not get Coors beer, and there was basically the whole plot of the film is that they in 28 hours they have to do a road trip to deliver Coors, 400 cases of Coors beer to an after race celebration, and it's a 24-hour round trip run from Atlanta, Georgia to Texarkana, Texas. Now, you were not allowed to transport Coors beer; it was illegal back then, guys. This is
funny to think
it
this.
is. This is back in the day, and this is like actually I shouldn't even say mid. I'm getting this wrong. It's actually late 70s, late 70s.
Sorry.
Yeah, the song was originally released in 77. Smokey and the Bandit was released in, I believe, 1977. So I'm thinking like Smokey and the Bandit 2 and all that stuff. But yeah, with the elephant and it got wacky later on. Yeah, it got really wacky.
A little bit.
But this was an all-star classic film and an all-star classic song, and you can't not hear. For me, I can't not hear the song and immediately think of Smokey and the Bandit. To me, one of the greatest road trip films ever created.
Well, and just the concept behind you got your decoy, like the take one for the team car.
Yeah.
So that way the transportation of product is safe to go through.
Yeah.
Like you just go, that's genius.
It's a genius idea because that's it. The Bandit is the decoy car, the Trans Am. So that way Snowman, who's driving the rig with the 400 cases of Coors, can get through. And so it's like, he's the Trans Am's taking all the fire. So that way the trailer can make its way through, and it's just some great stuff, some great fun moves. And Jackie Gleason plays the cop. Who's in pursuit. And I don't want to go so much into like the entire film, but man, it is just hilarious. Even like Big Enos and Little Enos, like the father son duo that get the bet going. Like, I bet that you can't. It's just fantastic. So anyway, guys, great movie. But the song, we're talking about the song, and the song is great. I mean, this is to me an ultimate road trip song because I have this personal connection to it. Now, once again, some of you that may have never seen the movie may not have that connection, and I understand it. But I feel like it just has that stomp to it, though, too. It's a good road trip, too, man. Yeah,
and it's Burt Reynolds and Sally Field are so young in this movie.
Oh, they are. They are. Everything's great. It's just what a time to be alive that we can get a movie like Smokey and the Bandit. Now, Smokey and the Bandit couldn't even really be made today because once again, that plot line is ridiculous. Doesn't exist. Of like the whole beer across. I mean, it would almost have to be like you have to bring in beer that was like from Canada that's not allowed to be sold in the U.S. or something like that. I don't know. What would a Smokey and the Bandit today look like? I don't know.
I guess, I don't know. If you go to Fast and Furious, like I guess Cars or something of that nature, but the distribution of something, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like, and Fast and Furious films are cool, but like
raw milk.
Raw milk. You distribute raw milk across state lines. Yeah, the plot line of the new Smokey and the Bandit is raw milk. 400 cases of raw milk.
It's a bunch of crunchy moms, trying to get through. That could be
the female version of Smokey and the Bandit.
Yes, where we're transporting raw milk, and we just in the form of a cow.
all the trad moms trying to. Yes. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah, there we go.
That would be the new version.
Do we not always come up with some good movie ideas and nobody wants to listen to them, Chris Baglio?
No, it's okay. Well, we're going to say them anyway. So, all right. So let's listen to a little bit of Jerry Reed's Eastbound and Down. By the way, there was sort of a just for some of the purists out there, because we're gonna get called out.
Yeah.
So you're like, no. What about the yes? There's a variant version of the song "Westbound and Down," which was also recorded by Reed and included on the Smokey and the Bandit soundtrack. So basically, how there's there's like the Eastbound and Down plays when they're driving east, and then the Westbound and Down plays when they're driving west, for the westbound portion of the
Which you got to go east and you got to go west if you're doing a round trip. We get it.
That's right. So once again, make this appointment view. I want everybody this weekend to go watch Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know. I feel like it'll make you feel good. It's a feel good movie. It's fun.
It is. I think I will have Marcus and I watch that maybe tomorrow.
All right, here it is. Right away. Boom.
Let's do it.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
That's right.
We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Keep your foot hard on the pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana. We'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
Watch old bandit run. Oh, it's so good, man. Great guitar song there, too. I mean, it's great because this is too, like, when a song tells the exact plot of the film, you know?
It is.
And it's great.
Yet they have a long time to go, or a long way to go and a short time to get there. But fear not, they have time to pick up Sally Fields, a runaway bride.
That's right. The whole runaway bride, Buford T. Justice, Jackie Gleason. So great. Guys, it's just great. It's like madcap comedy, road trip. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, I don't know. I don't think it's, I can't even say. I mean, I don't aged very well. It's a product of the time. And when it was just a very simple, silly plot, and it was great. And it was cars and trucks, and, you know, being a young kid back in that era was great. I mean, it's and Bruce, Burt Reynolds. I'm just gonna say Bruce. Burt Reynolds.
So today.
Man, I just don't have enough coffee in me. Burt Reynolds was like one of the biggest movie stars at the time, though, man. He was like Hollywood movie star, like leading man, the machismo, the whole thing. Like, it's excellent. Love it.
Well, and you look back at him, and how old was he? Let's Google real quick. How old was Burt Reynolds when
Burt Reynolds and that?
I'm like Reynolds.
See, we're all over the place today.
We are, because he had such a distinguished look at such a young age.
All right, so so I don't have my calculator with me. You ready to do some math?
Yep.
So he was born in 1936. By the way, do you know where he is from originally, Amanda Sharp?
No. That must be Michigan.
Lansing, Michigan.
Oh,
born in Lansing, Michigan. Yep.
Capital.
Yep. And he passed away in Jupiter, Florida at the age of 82. So in 1936, he was born in 36, died in 2018. This came out in 1977.
Okay, so 77 minus 36. So, he was 41.
And he looked great.
He was older than I thought he was, but he always had that very distinguished look.
Well, the hair with the mustache,
yeah.
Also, Cannonball Run, another excellent.
Man, what a lineup! What a lineup!
What a lineup! But anyway, back to the song now. So just to finish up the song, did you know that this song actually spent 16 weeks on the U.S. country music charts, and it reached a peak of it reached number 2 and reached number 3 on the bubbling under Hot 100 chart. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
But it's significant here, and it was released August 1st, 1977. The B-side single, because this was released as a single, the B-side is "I'm Just a Redneck in a Rock and Roll Bar." That was the B-side of this release.
I think there's a ton of people who would still say that's true about them.
Yeah, 16 weeks though on the U.S. country charts is very impressive. Number 2, number 3, and number 2. In Canada, it reached number 2.
I feel like this is a really good song to set up a playlist. Like if you're getting in the car, like it's energized, let's do it. It's when you're excited to be in the car.
Yeah, it's a good first song to kick off a road trip playlist. I agree, and that's why I like that it was number 1 on your playlist to kick it off. So I am going to give this one a pretty high rating.
Okay.
Because of all the nostalgia and all the emotions connected to it.
Sure.
I can never really get sick of hearing this song, to be honest with you. So I know people are going to be like laughing at me, but I'm putting this one at 5 records. I don't care.
Really?
I love Eastbound and Down by Jerry. I mean, it's the connection with this in the movie for me. It's just a very emotional thing. So
on a desert island, this would keep you pumping. This would be like, let's look for more coconuts.
Yeah, let's go. Let's Eastbound and Down. Let's go.
All right. I like it.
Let's go to the eastbound side of the island and look for food.
Yeah. It's a long way to go and a lot of time to be able to get there.
Right. Maybe we'll find some beer buried on it, some cores buried in the island.
Well, listen, like
no, I really like the song a lot, and I was listening to it, and I listened to it like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, I don't know if I get sick of this song because I just keep thinking of the movie. Like,
you do have that like visual.
I do.
Babies, if you're listening, because we know analytically you are, give this movie a chance. Just trust us.
Yeah, give Smokey and the Bandit the first one.
Yeah.
Don't go for 2 or 3 right now.
Yeah.
Just start with 1, and it would be fine if they kept it to 1, but it's 2 is just
they never
bad.
do.
It's aged very poorly, and 3 is almost unwatchable. But 1 is by far the best. You will have a good time. Have a couple cores with you.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers. Cheers to 5 records. Thank you, Chris Vag.
Yes, I'm giving you 5 records for that one.
I love it.
It's a good pick.
Appreciate that. Okay. Your first song to me is Radar Love by Golden Earring. And I just have to say, Dave came in real eagerly.
He did. Boom.
5.0.
He's like,
I got to go out. I can't listen to the entire show, but I want you to know 5.0 for Radar Love from, our VIP of VPs.
Yep.
Or VP of VIPs. I always get that confused. But so listen, this is my favorite of your 3 to me.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know if it would be. I didn't even know if you would. I wasn't sure if you would like this song.
I do. I feel like I was really surprised. I was expecting your playlist to be almost like heavily energized.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like it was. I feel like it was satisfactorily energized.
Well, it's
I was surprised.
It's a mindset, and once again, a road trip playlist is a journey.
It's a marathon, right?
And goes, and there's songs that kind of get you going, kind of ease you into it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's kind of where I went with the first 3 songs. Now, if I kept this going, because believe me, like I said, there was like 100 songs. It takes you on a journey, but I was like, to get the journey going, let me give you 3 songs that would really sort of like get you in the mood on this playlist. Plus, they're good feel-good songs, and for me and my clan, they're sing-alongs.
Well, so it's funny. Like when I listen to them, I don't really feel like they're sing-along songs for me because I don't know them well enough to have them be sing-along songs. Right. So that's interesting that you put that, because I think an important aspect of a playlist when you're in the car is some singability to it.
Correct. Yeah.
Even for the people who don't sing well, there's got to be some level of like the patience that the people who can't sing also get to sing along. So this one, I just felt like all 3 of your songs were chill's not the right word, but they're definitely indicating that you're in a marathon of a road trip.
Yeah, for me, a lot of these songs, and being from Jersey, and yes, there's no Bruce on my list, and I was very close to putting Born to Run on here, just in full disclaimer, because I wanted Amanda to have the Jersey driving down the shore experience, but I didn't put it on because I'm like, we could talk about Born to Run. I'm telling you, there's 100 songs I wanted to put on this list, and they would all made my list, but I just whittled it down. Like, it was literally throwing darts.
Yeah.
This song to me is like, these songs are like, this is getting in the car, windows down, sunroof popped open, cruising down the shore, the parkway, not the turnpike. You don't take the parkway. You take the parkway, And even though you're going to sit in some traffic, at some point you're going to cruise. And it just is like, boom. I have so many memories of just like, boom, windows down, and you're just grooving. And, you know, I got like a couple cold like sodas in the middle there, and you're just like, boom. It's just great. It's a great feeling. So that's why I think about these songs to me are like the road tripping, getting in the car, and let's go. We're having fun this weekend.
Oh, the warm weather is something I'm craving right now. Aren't
We all
you?
are. Being that it's February 24th as when we're recording the show. Yeah, I'm dying for like this experience right now to throw in any songs, windows down. Let's go. Radar Love. Cranking out. Cranking.
This song doesn't seem like a cranker to me.
It is a cranker, and there's great. So, and this was the thing. There's two versions of the song, and I almost gave you the White Lion remake, which was a huge hit for them because they covered it, and it was great, and it was in the like mid to late 80s when they released it, and it really revitalized this song, put the song back on the map again. But ultimately I decided to go with the Golden Earring version just because it's the original, and I really love the groove of this song, and it really is a cruising tune. Like you feel like very like when you're driving, like this is like, you know, you're just at one with the car. Yeah, it's got a great feel to it. So I really dig this. And by the way, Golden Earring, Dutch band, by the way. Not an American band, very good. And I guess this was kind of like their biggest hit. I mean, really, as far as crossovers go. And it was used in so many movie soundtracks. And as I said, White Lion did a cover of this song, which was huge for them. Big hit for them.
Their biggest international hit.
Yep, exactly.
Which I like. But Golden Earring, what an interesting name for a band.
Yeah, well, you know,
here's my golden earring.
Yeah. What did you think of the story though of the song where it's like the Radar Love and how the protagonist at the end winds up like? Did you really listen to the lyrics of this to get the full story of like what happened?
Full disclosure, no.
Okay, so if you've never really listened to the lyrics to this song, it's basically it's about the telepathic love you have, like, because back in the day there was no cell phones, there was no way to communicate with somebody else in another car. So this is like the driver is basically telepathically like connecting with his love, his baby, his desire from a distance.
I did not connect those lyrics.
And that's Radar Love. So in the song, the guy's been driving all night but keeps pushing the pedal because he just knows that his baby wants him home. Unfortunately, he's a reckless driver. And he dies in a crash just before reaching his destination, hence making the lyric "One more radar lover gone." So that's the Radar Love of, he wants to get home to his baby, much like a lot of the songs from the 50s, right? Drag racing, all that.
Yes.
Leader of the pack, all that stuff. But like this is that version of it. And yeah, he's a reckless driver. He's a little too hot-blooded. A little too much pedal to the metal, and he loses control of the car, and he dies before he gets to where he has to go. That is what happens to him. And there's a whole line in here too. I don't know if you caught it because I know you're a big Brenda Lee fan, but there's a line: "The radio's playing some forgotten song. Brenda Lee's coming on strong."
I like me some Brenda Lee.
In reference to Brenda Lee's "Coming on Strong" song, and that's the last song the driver hears before he drifts off to death. In the song. So when you listen to lyrics, that's what he's got on. And when he's like feeling it and he just loses control of the car. So that's the last song he hears before he dies.
This is not funny, but there have been some TikToks that make reference, like imagine getting into a car accident and you're waiting to be rescued. And like, they always attach these like really like off the wall like songs that would be the worst song to have playing on your radio at the time of like a crisis.
Right, it's that the song you're belting out and then
and then you're just waiting to be rescued, you know. So
I mean it's pretty funny. Like, so would "Coming on Strong" be you're like that's the song he's listening to? Not a very aggressive song.
But if you're listening to the radio, like you don't always like have the choice of what's on the radio at that time of crash. So we should do a what would you like to listen to as your dying playlist. That's morbid, but I mean, if you get to choose, we've done funeral songs, people.
We have, maybe that is maybe the last song you want to hear. But then again, it's like, you won't even know.
You won't know, song. But if you did know, it's like, Marcus, cue up Elvis, If I Can Dream.
There you go. Last song you want to hear. All right, we'll have to do that as an episode. All right, so back to this song.
Yeah.
Amanda Sharp. What did you think of Radar? Actually, I should probably play some of it.
Play a little bit.
We're doing a lot of yapping today. We're gonna get a lot of angry comments from
you guys talk.
And it's a long one. It's about 6.5 minutes. Perfect road trip tune, though, because it does.
Time.
It does, yeah. It does. It does give you the time to like really get into it. And the song's a bit of a journey. It's got some breakdowns. It's got a cool drum fill. Got some good scatting going on with the guitar. It's some scatting. It's good. It's a solid tune, man. It's solid road trip. That's why it's on my list. This is a road trip. This makes all my road trip playlists.
I would have to agree. If this came on, I think Marcus, Owen, and myself would all enjoy it. I don't think we would skip it. I think we would all agree. Let's ride this one out. It's a good feeling. It's a good paced, good energy.
Yeah,
but not like off the wall.
Right.
Just comfortable. So I like it. And it's new to me. This is a new song to me. So I don't know where I would nestle.
Wow. It is a new song for you, which is crazy. 'Cause I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like she might have heard Radar Love before, but okay.
I had not that I would have like paid attention to it at the very least, but I feel like this could grow on me significantly more than where it is. Like I really kind of just appreciate this at surface level, and I'm going, this is a good song to have on a road trip playlist. So
it is.
For that, I'm going to give this for the not just everyday listening, folks. Right. I want to be clear. I'm making a division here.
Okay.
But for road tripping, I'm going to give this like a 4.1. Like I think that's fair for me for being newly introduced to it.
Okay. All right. Very good.
It feels good.
So in 2011, by the way, this is all coming by the way of songfacts.com. In 2011, a UK radio station, Planet Rock, carried out a survey of their listeners in 2011 regarding their favorite tracks for in-car listening.
Really?
Radar Love came out on top with Deep Purple's Highway Star, which we did last week, and of course AC/DC's Highway to Hell in third place. All songs we talked about, and all songs that would be and are 100%. on my road trip playlist, by the way. But we just did Highway Star last week, and we've talked about Highway to Hell and all. So I'm like, I gotta mix it up a little bit for you.
And listen,
but those songs are all on my playlist for sure.
And remember, folks, we only get to choose 3 songs a piece.
We know it so hard.
Yeah, it's really, really hard. So 4.1 for me, not a bad song. And I think it absolutely has a place on a road trip playlist.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. What would you guys think? How would you rate Golden Earrings, Radar Love? Let us know in the comments. Is it a 5.0 like Dave Mattingly or more of a 4.1 like Amanda Sharp? That girl. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from y'all. All right, going on to your second tune to me, which is Johnny Cash, All I Do Is Drive. Now, not a lot of info online about this song. It just kind of exists as a Johnny Cash tune. I mean, there really isn't a lot of history about this song. I mean, I was looking around, even on Reddit. where I find some stuff. People go do some good deep dive history stuff. Yeah, basically somebody had written that he wrote it, and it's possible that he performed it at the Opry, as he did 4 shows in April of 1974. The song was recorded in February of 1974. He's saying no shows have no setlist information that I could find. However, so hard to verify anything beyond the words in the song. And that's true. There is nothing really about the history of this particular song other than that it was on Ragged Old Flag, which was released in 1974. So, because a lot of times too, like Cash would do songs, he cover songs, he wrote songs with other people, but there's really no information. So we're just gonna have to go on the fact that this is a Johnny Cash original tune. Unless somebody has any other information, let us know, because it was really couldn't find anything about this one. But of course, this is about, he's basically talking to an old truck driver about life on the road. The truck driver's talking about he does a lot of singing, bringing in his load. It's a lot of like being on the road and songs about like what truck drivers would sing. I mean, the pre-chorus, all I do is drive, try to stay alive and keep my mind on my load, to keep an eye upon the road. He goes on to say, I got nothing in common with any man who's home every day at 5. All I do is drive. And that's true. Truck drivers out there, man, God bless you all, because they do not have normal schedules. They're gone for very long times, and they keep this country moving. That's right. How else are you gonna get, if you can't fly it, you got to drive it. So all the stuff you guys are buying on the shelves is usually being delivered by the blue collar truck driver guys. That's right.
This is true.
The people, because there are women who drive trucks too. So the men and women of this country who crisscross and drive through the night to make sure that you can buy your coffee in the morning on the shelf. Yeah.
Now your Coors.
And your Coors.
Because Smokey and the Bandit don't have to take it anymore. They don't have to.
No,
they
you
don't
can
have
get
to cross
Coors
the
anywhere.
line.
Yeah,
you can get it anywhere.
You can get it anywhere.
I feel like, and just so you know, because I did recently test this, if you still do this, they still do honk.
You're the one.
And you know what? The smile I got from that truck driver.
Yeah, kids, younger kids out there, in case you don't know that, and you're not watching, but so watch the video over. But like, if younger, if you drive by a truck driver and you make the motion, a pump in your arm, like
pulling down something,
most truck drivers will respond and give you that with their horn. So it's old school, and it's fun. And not all truck drivers will do it, but it is an old school thing that we used to play that game. How many can we get to honk? When you're driving, you're like, let's see how many you can get. I got one. That and the bediddle.
Well, the bediddle. Oh,
bediddle.
All of the lore that comes with that. But the particular truck driver that I did it, he had something in his hand and his hand on the wheel. And when I did it, he was so excited. He threw down whatever he had in his hand and was like, oh God.
Wasn't ready.
Great. Yeah. He was not ready.
Wasn't ready. So, but yeah, let's listen a little bit of this, because I don't know how many people out there have heard this tune before, but I had not, so this was a first time for me listening through this song. And let's check this out. This is Johnny Cash's "All I Do Is Drive." Great riff
from the archives. Very traditional.
Yeah. Well, I asked an old truck driver about life out on the road. If he does a lot of singing when he's bringing in his load. If there's a pretty waitress crying for him every 100 miles. If he gets a lot of loving. If he has a lot of smiles. And I asked him if those trucking songs tell about a life like his. He said, if you want to know the truth about it, here's the way it is. All I do is drive. Try to stay alive and keep my mind on my load. Keep my eye upon the road. I got nothing in common with any man who's home every day at 5. All I do is drive.
And the song is really only 2 minutes long, 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yeah, all my songs are pretty quickly done.
Now, this week. I did see, and this was on, I can only take this because it's Wikipedia, but was there Is this a real genre? Is truck driving country or truck country songs? Is that a genre? Because I saw that when I was looking at Jerry Reed, and they put it in the classification truck driving country. Sorry, that's the genre of and I go, wow, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, this would be a, because I mean, he calls it a truck driving song. He goes, I will dedicate you a trucking song to which you can relate. He said, you just do the singing and I'll do the driving, mate. So it's like,
I would be willing to bet that the majority of truck drivers probably would agree there is a country trucking, arm.
I mean, let us know. I would love for all you truckers out there or just country fans, let us know. Is that a genre? Is that like a subgenre, like truck driving country? Which I would, I mean, like any, there's always subgenres of things. So songs about basically truck driving, about that, like hauling that rig, making the deliveries, crisscrossing the country in trucking, trucking, like eastbound and down. It's about, that. Trucking. So anyway, I like the song. I hadn't heard it before. It's got I love that riff. I love it's 2 minutes long. It's just like great lyrics, really tells a story, much like Eastbound. Like it's like this could be the plot line of a movie. Like it's cool. It's a cool song. I don't have the unlocked core memory that I do with Eastbound and Down.
Understood.
Which is probably not really a 5-record song, but for me, it's 5 records just because of that memory. This one, though, I'm going to give it solid. I never heard this one before. I'm going to give this one a solid 3.5 records. I like it. I did really enjoy it.
That's a very country sounding song.
It is, but I really like the shuffle.
Great.
Yeah, 5 years of doing this show, Amanda, and my country palate has expanded.
All it took.
Yes.
But
I mean, it's Johnny Cash, and it's just,
I know.
it's Johnny Cash, man. Like it's, that guy's an American hero.
And I know I choose
an American legend.
He is. I know I choose Johnny and Elvis a lot, but they are just so like ingrained in me. I just love them.
Yeah.
So
No, it's all good. I mean, it's great because I actually have not heard a lot of those songs. So including your last song. So I didn't.
This is why we do this show.
Yeah.
Because we love exposing each other to new songs and our audience to new songs. And this one might be new for a lot of people, although it's Lynyrd Skynyrd. So I feel like most people probably would have maybe heard this one.
I would think so. You had not.
I had not.
Wow. So I thought for sure you had heard this. I'm like, there's no way Amanda's not hearing this Lynyrd Skynyrd song. Like, this is like this is classic rock radio. Like, this is bar everything. This is a 101 song.
I am 100 then because
holy smokes, I am actually shocked by this one for sure.
The Gimme 3 Steps is what we're talking about by Lynyrd Skynyrd. I haven't heard it, and the storyline of this is kind of fun.
It is very fun. It's a fun storyline. Yeah.
Like based on my research, this was based off of a true story.
Yeah. Yep. It sure was.
There was a little scuffle, and he was like, "Let me just get 3 steps to the door."
Yeah, just give me 3 steps, because he's a little dancing with a lady, and that
wasn't his.
It was not his, and the boyfriend was like a little and was reaching for something in his boot, and he was like, "That's gonna be trouble. Hey, give me a head start. Just give me 3 steps here, so I can get me out so I can get out the door."
So it's a fun, I mean, how scary based on a true story. Like that's a little scary, but what a fun story.
But I'm just going to say it is the South, and it is Florida.
Well,
so
and
I'm not surprised.
Listen, tell me.
No, that was, I just offended everybody in the South.
No.
But it's much different than living in New Jersey. Let's just say that.
Well, and when people are intoxicated, you're at a bar, you're dancing, you're changing partners here and there. They're single. You're going to the bar to like pick up ladies a lot. So
of course. Fun loving, single guy having fun out there dancing, getting into it, and now he's dancing with this other guy's lady, and that's just not going to fly.
No, but accidents happen. Things happen quickly in a bar.
It does. But
so he pleaded, needless to say, for 3 extra steps.
Right, he pleaded for the 3 extra steps, which you know what, I'll take.
That's right. We all should take it.
Give me a head start. So, what did you think of this song?
I think it was fun.
Yeah. No, I'm still blown away, and Dave is saying too. He's like, "Amanda's never heard. Give me 3." Yeah, we're all. I'm still processing that because
But listen, like I don't ever turn on just a classic rock station or anything like that. And if I do, it's classic love. And this is not like on the
Did you
love.
say classic love?
Classic love channel, like classic rock love. You know, that's a genre. There's got to be a genre for that. I have a CD about it.
Yacht rock.
Fair. I just tried to sound
smooth
much
sounds. You're like Light FM. That's what you're classic Light FM. We are now returning you to Light FM right here on Radio Garden State. Here's some Barry Manilow coming at you. This is called Mandy.
There's a lot of songs about Amandas.
There are.
And they're all like, oh boy, she's a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
A little bit. I know. But I really like this song. I thought it was fun. I feel like the intensity of it was very comfortable, especially for a car ride. So I really dig it. I think it absolutely deserves a spot on a car trip playlist, road trip, car trip, all the things.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a road tripping song for me. I mean, this opening riff. Everything about this is like, let me get in the car and drive. So anyway, for all those out there who've never heard, like Amanda, Give Me 3 Steps.
All right.
Before the show today. Here you go. Here's a little Give Me 3 Steps. Tripping, man. Woo! Love it. That crunch and swampy, swamp rock, great.
Linda Lou.
The man with a gun in his hand, and he was looking for you know who. He said, "Hey, that fellow with the hair colored yellow, what you trying to prove? 'Cause that's my woman there, and I'm a man who cares, and this might be all for you." I said,
Excuse me.
Excuse.
I like that part.
So good. It's such a good song. It just locks you right in. It's so good. But yeah, it's a great road tripping song for me. I know it really doesn't have much to do about being on the road, but there's something about that feel and the cruise and the rhythm. It's like, you put it on and everybody starts feeling it in the car.
Dave Manley saying, shout out to the other 2 people in the world who have never heard this song. No, it's fun. And, it's a little bit longer. It goes into that 4-minute, lane. However, that opening is a solid 30 seconds. So really,
it's like
the music, but you ain't got nothing but time when you're in the car. Live it up.
Live it up, man. Live it up. Get that groove. Feel it going. Yeah, everybody moves. It's a good song, man. It's just a great cruising tune. And
again, the story is cute. I think it would be a really great, like, this could be, strip the lyrics out, totally country song.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, 100%.
Southern rock is like kind of already an offshoot of country as it is. So it's like,
I'm not going to rate this one as high as I did, but this was my second favorite of your 3.
Okay.
So this one's coming in at 3.8.
3.8 records for Gimme 3 Steps by Lynard Skynard. All right. I will take your 3.8, and you never heard the song before, and I think it's good. I find it very respectable. So how would you guys rate Lynard Skynard's Gimme 3 Steps? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you, whether you're live right now or listening in the future, wherever you get podcasts or right here on YouTube, wherever it is. And quick reminder too, guys, we do broadcast this show live on Radio Garden State. So if you are out and about and maybe you can't listen on Facebook or YouTube and you do want to check out the show live, well, make sure you can tune in to Radio Garden State, which you can listen to on radiogardenstate.com. Also tune in Odyssey apps as well, or the other places that you can hear Radio Garden State. And Radio Garden State will have its own app very soon. I'm just going to say coming in 2025, Radio Garden State will have an app, which will be a lot of fun and be very interactive for everything. So make sure after we're off the air, if you are listening, keep it tuned here all day long for all kinds of great music by a ton of New Jersey artists and other great live show hosts as well. All right, Amanda, your final song to me today is a song I'd never heard. I thought I might have by the title, but then I listened to it and I was like, I don't think I've heard this song. Or maybe in passing, but it just wasn't something I was remembering. But you gave me the Elvis song, I'm Moving On.
Yes.
I'm Moving On, which is originally done by Hank Snow in 1950, by the way. And this reached number 1 on the country Billboard singles chart back then, the Hank Snow version, and stayed there for 21 weeks, tying the record for most weeks at the peak position with Eddie Arnold's I'll Hold You in My Heart, released in 1947, and Webb Pierce's In the Jailhouse, now released in 1955. This was finally surpassed. All these were finally surpassed by Florida Georgia Line's Cruise, which logged 24 weeks atop the country charts in August of 2013. So other people that have covered this song, other artists that covered this song, Ray Charles, Matt Lucas, the Rolling Stones. Of course, we're talking about Elvis's version, which was live from his Elvis in Memphis record. It was recorded in 1969. Steppenwolf vocalist John Kay recorded a version of this in 1972 for his first solo single and peaked at number 52. Emmylou Harris did a version, and Johnny Cash did a version with Waylon Jennings in 1983.
What power combo. Woo!
Yep. So I mean, this is the power of the song. With this, that all these artists covered this song, and of course we're talking about the Elvis version of the song, which is from 1969's From Elvis in Memphis record. And Randall jumped in with Elvis did it right.
I agree,
Mr. Randall, good to see you, buddy. Randall, of course, was the maestro behind our new theme song that we've been using for the last bunch of months. So thank you, Randall, for doing that, and great to see Randall check it in. Good to see you, pal. So that's the Elvis version. So let's what about this song before we play a little bit of Amanda? Do you really like what is the song? Why is this on your list?
Well, first of all, I really love that this is that comeback era of Elvis. We all know I like that jumpsuit era, so this really speaks to me. And it's just like when it starts a little slow, but then when the music starts flowing about 30 seconds in and you're really like going, you're like, oh, I'm feeling this. So it's actually a very good breakup song as well. But I mean, it definitely is about the road and cruising on the road, and it gets me going. And I remember specifically because we had CDs back in the day and you would listen to the same stuff over and over. So when I would go to work, that I worked about 30 minutes away, this song was always in there, and it would hit the perfect time that I was more on like this open stretch of the road. Right. And it just felt like I was going on an adventure versus just work.
I mean, I get that. I absolutely get that. I can agree with that sentiment a lot. There's a lot of songs that are like that, and it's like, even if you're going a short distance, like, you can call them whatever you want, pop-up songs, psych songs, start your day song, whatever it is. But there are songs that, like, the minute you get in a car, they hit so much better in the car than they do outside of the car. There are tons of those. Yeah. Randall coming in with 8-track.
Ooh,
8-track. Wow. Yeah, and for those of our younger listeners out there that may not know what an 8-track was, it was basically the precursor to what cassette tapes were. Much bigger, not as good sounding. Cassette tapes were better sounding than the 8-track, but it was literally the same concept. It was just like a cartridge. It looked like a game cartridge,
like a Nintendo.
And it was an 8-track. Yeah, exactly. And that was what was in cars before the actual cassette deck. And you'll probably see them at thrift shops and stuff sometimes. Yeah. But that's that was the 8-track. Mostly our parents grew up with the 8-tracks in their car. By the time, I remember 8-tracks being in cars when I was born, but I don't, like that was 1974, but like literally by I think like late 70s, it was like cassette tapes were
cassettes,
pretty much
yeah.
yeah. All right, so let's play a bit of this Elvis tune, man, because I had not heard this one before, and I you know what, this was a pleasant song for me. I really I dug it. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, let's play some of this.
It gets better, folks. You just hang on.
That big eight wheel down the track, when your true loving daddy ain't coming back. He's a rolling on. You were flying too high from under those skies on. But someday, baby,
Hang in there, folks. It gets real good.
I want your daddy, but your daddy will say, keep moving, keep rolling on. You were flying too high from under those skies on.
Oh, here we go. This is really when I started like jamming,
There's that 70s.
Yeah.
Mr. Fireman, won't you please listen to me, cause I got a pretty mama in Tennessee to keep rolling, keep moving on. Now please listen to me, let this rattle free and keep moving on. Move on, son.
Move on, son. Yeah. So what I really keyed in on with this song was I really love the rhythm section of the song.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the freaking rhythm is just like between the drums and the bass, like it's great. Like it's kind of loose. And like you can tell these guys are having a good time playing this. I mean, the horns is like so like 70s Elvis, like like it makes it big and like thick sounding. It's and it's Elvis just doing like rumbling through. I don't know, it's a very rumbling like kind of tune for him, like sounding cool and stuff like that. So I had not heard this version of this song, or and I even all these other versions, I'm like, I don't even remember like the Stones version. Like I kind of want to go back and now actually
listen to them all.
I want to listen to them all. I want to hear what they like, kind of hear all the differences. But I did enjoy this though. I thought this was good for an Elvis song I really hadn't heard or spent any time with. I thought it was pretty good. So it's not going to be the highest rate of your three songs.
Understood.
But I can see it definitely going on a playlist for sure when it comes to hanging out in the car and doing that road tripping kind. I get the road trip feel for it. So for me, first time hearing this, I would give this a 3.3 records. I think this is a solid
you know
tune,
what?
and I think this will grow on me for sure. And I thought that it was good. I mean, I really enjoyed the Johnny Cash song a little bit more than this one, and of course, I enjoyed your first song a lot. Eastbound and Down is a great song, And so while I gave Johnny Cash a 3.8, Eastbound and Down a 5, I feel good giving this one a 3.3. Where I'm feeling, it's kind of where I'm at with it. But I like it. I like the song. I will add it to some playlists for sure. So I'm glad I heard this. And I find myself tending to go more towards some of that 70s Elvis stuff too, like the comeback era and all that. Like, I don't know. I seem to gravitate towards some of that sound a little bit more when it comes to Elvis.
I love all Elvis, but I really land really in that same, era. It's one of my favorites.
Dave's giving it a 3.1 for him, so slightly below what I was giving it. All right.
I feel like
not bad.
Elvis isn't for everybody. This particular song of Elvis is not for everybody. So anything in the threes, I'm really pleased with. Thanks, guys.
I mean, a 3 just for everybody's rate. I mean, once again, the ratings go 1 through 5, right? So 1 and 2 are like, 1 is obviously a skip. 2 is like, it's not my cup of tea. I don't necessarily hit the skip button, but I'm not choosing to put it on all the time. A 3 is definitely like, okay, I dig it. It's medium, but
middle of the road,
road, not a skip at all, not hated, just something maybe newer, something that'll grow on me. And then of course 4 to 5 is like, I'm definitely hitting play on that. I'm very much choosing to put this on. This one for me, I would choose to put it on. It was going on a playlist. So
nice. I respect
and also
that.
just to go back, Dave did a 3.8 for 3 steps, and he goes, it's great, but I've literally heard it 1,000 times. I know for most classic rock fans, they've heard it 1,000 times over. So all right, except for you. This was your because you've listened to the song before we get on the air, of course, disclaimer, everybody who accuses us of not listening to all the songs all the way through, but that's our own set of problems with that. So I do want to just share real quick before we finish the show up with my last song to Amanda. You want to go through. Dave took the time to put up some songs, as always, as he does for playlists. So for any of you guys keeping track or looking for some new music to listen to, maybe some new road trip songs to add to your playlist, if the ones that we talked about are ones that are already on there, Dave's got some great songs. So he says, road songs for Chris. Ed Redeeming's Quality. Dave is the biggest Ed Redeeming Quality fan of all time with Drive It on 9. All right, that's the song. By the way, his favorite band, as he says here, Pearl Harbor and the Explosions, Drive-In, and Stan Ridgway would Drive, she said. Road songs for Amanda, Arling and Cameron, Speeding Down the Highway, Jeff Black, Birmingham Road, and Steve Earle, Telephone Road. And then, of course, as he always does, he picks songs for our friend down in Australia, Mr. Ian from Australia. He's got Elastica Car Song, The Shags. The Shags, pretty much the worst band of all time, but it is funny. Wheels, The Smiths, There Was a Light That Never Goes Out. Great pick there. And our friend Ian did leave some stuff in the group. He's not on today, but he did have some picks. If I can get that up really quick. I had it up, and of course, as always, Facebook.
All of your other tabs.
Yeah, Facebook just, because you don't touch it for a little bit, it just decides it shouldn't stay open. But okay,
are you still there?
Yeah. Aussie Ian's picks, he says, Amanda, Jump in My Car by Tud Mulry Gang, Big Jet Plane by Angus and Julia Stone, Lights on the Hill, Slim Dusty. For Chris, he says, Prisoner of Society, The Living End, Driving Wheels by Jimmy Barnes, and Run to Paradise, The Choir Boys. For Dave, he said, Great Southern Land by Icehouse, Sounds of Then by Gang-a-Jang, and Solid Rock by Goanna. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but those are in our Facebook group, by the way. So if you guys want to interact with us, definitely follow us over on Facebook. You can join our group. All those links are in the show notes. So, all right, last tune.
Yes.
Of the day.
So, Chris, your last song to me was Fox on the Run by Sweet.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
I didn't think you would.
Because
but it is a song a lot of people know. This song's been covered a lot. But I went with this original version, and this to me this belongs in every single road trip playlist. This is a fun song to sing along to, and all the covers I've heard of this song are always great. Always great. It's a fun tune.
So if I'm going to be really honest about this song.
Why don't you be honest, Amanda?
Let me tell you my real thoughts here. So I'm especially when I'm in the car, I think certain sounds, especially the sounds of like sirens, should not be allowed in songs.
Yeah, but it's Fox on the Run. The Fox is on the run.
Fair. But the beginning of this song is in the zone of like, am I getting pulled over? Like, where's the siren? Like I'm looking, and now I'm like pulled into where's the sirens coming from? So that's my biggest negative about I call me a Karen, people, but siren sounds should not be allowed legally in songs. I said what I said. Tell me that doesn't freak you out a little bit.
If I don't know it's in the song, I admit I will look. I'll be like, wait, what? But if I know it's in the song already because I've heard it a billion times, I'm like, I expect it. But
like if it's just not aware, if you're not aware.
If you're not aware, okay. Yeah, but now you're aware, so it shouldn't ruin the song for you for eternity.
It doesn't ruin. It just shouldn't be allowed.
It sounds like you're saying it ruins it for you.
It doesn't ruin. It just makes me nervous. I'm just old. I can't help it. I get nervous.
You're younger than me.
Doesn't matter. I still feel old. So yeah, Fox on the Run by Sweet. Besides the crazy sounds in the beginning, it's really not bad, and it is enjoyable, and it should be on a playlist.
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely, this is a good sing along one too. I mean, it's like that chorus is huge.
I'll trust you on that because I don't know the lyrics like good enough to like sing it along, but I could see where that would be.
Right. Dave is agreeing with you, by the way. I'm with you on sirens and songs, Amanda. I mean, listen, like I said, if I don't know the song and it happens, I do look. I do. I mean, I'm sure everybody does. You're just conditioned to do it. But once you know it's there, it's, it's a thing.
It sets me over the edge.
Yeah. This was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, by the way. The trailer, they used this song for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yep. And it actually was because it was in that trailer, it actually made the song top again in the charts.
Love that.
Yep. Which is great. Well, originally when it was released, it topped number 5, 1974, the year I was born. It topped the charts and reached number 5 in the U.S. and number 2 in the U.K.
International hits. We love them.
That's right. Fox on the Run. And other bands that covered this, the Scorpions in 1975, Girls' School, their version's great, in 1988. In 2002, John Frusciante of the Red Hot Chili Peppers did a cover of this. 2009, I love this cover version, by the way. The Ace Frehley version on the Anomaly record, I really, really like his version a lot. In 2010, the Academy did one. And in 2017, the Replacements did a live version on their For Sale live at Maxwell's. R.I.P. Maxwell's, one of the greatest rock clubs in New Jersey, no longer around. But their version's really good, too. It's a good version. Go check that out. Right. Dave's already sharing his rating for this, by the way. Okay. But I don't want to show because I want to make sure I want to get Amanda's rating before we spoil it for all our folks listening. So let's play a bit of Fox on the Run by Sweet.
And if you're listening in the car, it comes out of the gate with siren sounds. All the things. Are we going to get abducted? Are we going to get arrested? We don't know yet.
Songs have so much attitude. I love the great backing vocals.
You think you got a pretty face, but the rest of you is out of place. You looked alright before. Fox on the run, you scream and everybody comes around and take a run and hide yourself away. On the run, for Fox's sake, Fox on the run, but hide away.
Oh, so good. Yes. Woo. Ah, so good, man. So
Well,
good.
Two thoughts. I know we're running out of time here, but two thoughts here. So
Two
first,
thoughts.
I could see this have been very good in like Stranger Things.
Yeah, I agree. I
feel
could
like
definitely hear it on the Stranger Things soundtrack. Yeah.
I really feel that, but then also to that 70s show this would have been a very good like beginning for that 70s show.
Well,
too.
yeah,
It's got that feel.
and Cheap Trick very much in the line, power pop kind of glam kind of stuff. Yeah, and that's basically Cheap Trick doing Cheap Trick, but also Sweet. Like that was that sound of that 70s at the time, which is where that 70s show is taking place.
Absolutely.
This is the good time. Yeah.
I think it has some fun places that it could have been. So listen, I don't dislike this one. I don't know that I would put it on. I really don't, but I'm not going to skip it. I think it makes sense being on a like traveling car road trip playlist. So there we go. But I'm going to put it at a 3.5. So it's my lowest score, but still like not a bad score at all.
No, not at all. I mean, I'll take a 3.5 for that. I mean, I know you'd never heard this song before. I suspect that this is going to be a song that is going to kind of stay with you and it's going to be an earworm. And I feel like you're going to, when you hear, like, it's going to,
yeah, that part. Yeah.
Like it's going to stick with you. And it's just a really fun song.
I can see
even though
that.
it's about a groupie, but but it is a good one, and it is like very like early glam rock kind of stuff, and just really big 70s like fun song. I don't know, I really like it. I that's why it's on my playlist, and this has been on every road trip playlist that I always create. So it's a good one. But I like your 3.5, so thank you. That's a good rating.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
But Amanda, it looks like you are the winner this week.
By a hair
of Song Swap Showdown this week. So
thank you.
Amanda is the winner. She has the ultimate playlist for at least by score, I guess.
Just by score.
Well, you played the judge. You knew I was going to give Eastbound and Down. Good. You knew it.
I
knew
did.
the story because we've talked about Eastbound and Down before. And you know my love for Smokey and the Bandit. So
I know.
You skewed it, but that's all right. It's a great
did.
song. And it is a great play. I mean, all these songs, these are all great road trip songs, I think. But we'd love to hear from you. What else would make your list? Hopefully, maybe some of these you heard today would make your list. We want to know from you. Let us know, comments below, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify. Let us know what songs would make your perfect road trip playlist. And of course, you can listen to all these songs too that we talk about in the show over on Spotify on our Song Swap Showdown 2025 playlist. All those links are in the show notes and all that below. Dave's coming in with sweet music would be great for Scooby-Doo Chasing. Randall is saying awesome 8 out of 10. Wow.
Very good.
10 records. And of course, Dave Mattingly 4.0 for sweet. So
you know what? We need to add
lot of love for Fox on the Run.
We have to add a Scooby-Doo sliver to our pie, to the Wheel of Show themes.
Maybe.
Because
would it make a good Scooby-Doo song?
yeah, I feel like we reference that a lot. So Dave, I think it deserves a piece of the pie.
Scooby-Doo chase song. I think that's not a bad idea. I think we should start doing that. Would it make a good Scooby-Doo chase scene song? Very good. I like that. I like it. Great idea, Dave. What do you guys think? Would any of our songs make a good Scooby-Doo chase song today? Let us know. We want to hear from you guys. Maybe we'll have to put that in somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know. All right, guys. So anyway, that wraps it up for today's Song Swap Showdown. Thank you all so much for listening. Thanks for everybody on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, Radio Garden State. Make sure you keep it tuned to Radio Garden State all day. Like I said, lots of great music, lots of great live shows here all day long on the channel. Check us out on RadioGardenState.com, Odyssey, or the TuneIn app. And of course, hit that follow button wherever you're listening to Song Swap Showdown on any podcast platform. And of course, hit that subscribe and little bell over on YouTube, because listen, all these actions that we're talking about make a huge difference in the life of us as being creators, and any other creator you guys follow. Do those things because it really helps big time. It absolutely does. Amanda, any final words?
This was good. I mean, it doesn't
Fun show.
It doesn't make me want to pop in the car and go somewhere, but kind of also makes me want to pop in the car and go on an adventure.
There you go. Oh, you got 6 great songs to start with here.
That's right. It'll get me to and from the airport.
Yeah, seriously. All those airport rides you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you again for checking out Song Swap Showdown. We do appreciate each and every one of you for listening. And make sure you follow us on social media, that's where we do now spin the wheel of themes, and you can find out what next week's theme is going to be. So make sure you're following us over there at Song Swap Showdown on all the platforms, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and of course, Instagram. That's where we post all that fun stuff. So, all right, guys, see you next week. Cheers. I almost played the wrong thing. I almost played the Wheel of Themes intro. Look at that. Outro. All right. Do this again. Bye, guys.
Bye.